Ruthlessness. It's an idea that conjures up quite negative imagery. So Michael Douglas as Gordon Gekko in the film Wall Street and his mantra of greed is good. And Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, and this idea of trampling over other people and being totally focused on money and all these kind of things. I think ruthlessness has a very different connotation in terms of its characteristic in the book Productivity Ninja. And I think it's actually a really important trait to really master in terms of your own productivity. So let me put the positive case for ruthlessness and also how you can do ruthlessness in a slightly more human and nice kind of a way. So let's think about a couple of different ways that we need to be ruthless. Firstly, we need to be ruthless with our own attention. As I've said many times, you have three different types of attention. You have proactive attention. It's the time in your day where you're most on form. It's the time on your day when you can really get the most difficult stuff on your to-do list done. You then have active attention, that kind of normal bit in the middle, and then at the other end you have inactive attention, the times when you're really not capable of that much kind of stuff. So think about proactive attention, 2 or 3 hours in your working day when you're really on form, where you can really tackle the difficult stuff. If you spend that time in somebody else's pointless meetings, if you spend that time sat with the low value, low grade noise of your email inbox, then you're actually ruining the most precious resource that you have, and you're ruining your chance to really get the most important stuff done. So being ruthless in the way that we're boundaried around those things, making sure that we're not spending that time at the behest of other people, making sure we're really protecting the time that matters most to us, which is that 2 or 3 hours of proactive attention. So we've got to be ruthless around that kind of stuff. We've also got to be ruthless with ourselves. We've got to say no to ourselves a lot more than we do. So whether that's turning off Facebook for times in the day when you don't want to be distracted, whether that's making one decision to turn off all those email notifications and other things that pop into your phone and all that kind of stuff. And also whether it's saying no to things that might be quite useful, good things to add on your to-do list and do. So there's so much stuff coming in, there's so many opportunities to do hundreds and hundreds of different things throughout the day. But actually we've got to be much more ruthless with saying no to some of that really good stuff, because we know there's brilliant stuff coming around the corner, or there's brilliant stuff sitting on our to-do list waiting to be done. So saying no even to good stuff. It's not about saying no to bad stuff and saying yes to the good stuff. It's saying no to really, really good stuff, because there's even better stuff around the corner. So being ruthless in the way that we make those kind of decisions and the way we think about that stuff. Finally, being ruthless in terms of starting with the end point, thinking about what's the end that we need to get to, and being ruthless in how we get there. So often in organizations, we get into very bureaucratic structures. We get into very slow, very painfully administrative ways of doing things. And sometimes it's much easier to start thinking about let's get something done and apologize later rather than asking for permission. Is a really kind of classic example of that. But just really thinking about what's the end point we want to get to. Ruthlessly pursue that end point. Don't pursue the steps along the way. And you'll be amazed sometimes at some of the creative and unorthodox ways that you can get to that end point if you start from there and work backwards. So there's just a few ideas about being ruthless. What I would say about all of that is you can do all of that in a really nice, human way. None of that is about being greedy is good, ruthless, trampling on other people. And actually ruthlessness is a really important characteristic for productivity. So I'd encourage you to think about how you can be more ruthless in pursuit of productivity and good stuff. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts.